Namaste all. I hope you are doing well and you all are safe. I welcome you all on the behalf of Himalayan Yoga Association. My name is Yogi Vivek Rawat and I am your Ashtanga teacher. We are going to be discussing about some terms in Ashtanga, some basic terms, some alignment of the postures. I hope you enjoy this course and you find it fruitful. Namaste. Namaste all of you. Welcome back to my Ashtanga session. I hope you are good, you are doing fine. So again, let's sit comfortably on the mat. Before starting the session, let's chant some mantra, the opening mantra of Ashtanga. So sit comfortably on the mat, bend your elbows, bring your palms together and gently close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breath in, deep breath out, and keep your breath comfortable, calm. Keep your posture relaxed. Again, inhale. Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandarsita Swatma Sukha Vabodhe Nisreyase Janglikayamane Samsara Hala Hala Mohashantyaye Abahu Purushakaram Sankhchakra Siddharenam Sahasrasir Samsvetam Pranimamim Patanjalim. Bend your head forward. Pray to the God for the focus, for the power of concentration, the positive energy. Lift your head up, rub your palms together, create a positive energy again between your palms. And gently take your palms towards your eyes. Receive this positive vibration. Slowly release your both arms down by looking down very gently. Open your eyes. Now, in today's particular session, we are going to talk about Sirsasana, headstand, and the remaining postures of Ashtanga. And today we are going to just finish all the postures. So we are going to finish the series of Ashtanga primary series. So let's start with headstand Sirsasana. Sirsasana is also known as the king of all the postures. In this postures, you need strong shoulders, you need strong forearms, you need strong core power, obviously you need open hip flexors. Now how to do this posture? Firstly, you can have a look here. So after shoulder stand, following the half vinyasa, again coming forward. So when you finish in downward facing dog, from there on you can just drop your knees down on the mat and you can just firstly make the frame for your base. So your base would be your forearms. So firstly, placing your both forearms on the mat, only shoulder width apart, and interlace your fingers from there on. So make sure that your both elbows are just less than shoulder width apart. So you can do one thing here, you can just grab your both upper arms like this, and then you can measure the distance between your both arms. Now make sure that it should not be more than this once you get into the posture or once you are just transiting into the posture. From here on, interlacing your fingers so the palms are facing in and adjusting your top of the head down. So if you have any kind of fear, you can just take a support of the wall. You can go with the wall support so that if you fall forward, the wall can stop you to fall forward. So from here, interlacing your fingers and adjusting your top of the head. Remember, only top of the head, not the back of the head, not the front of the head. In that way, the posture would be very aligned if you just adjust your top of the head down on the mat. So crown or top of the head, adjusting it just under inside the palm like this, and from here on you can press your toes down, lift your knees up like this. So toes are pointed down, heels are lifting up. From here on you can just walk forward. So a lot of practitioners, what they do here, they swing their leg up. I suggest you, if you are a beginner, you can just go with the walking, because if you throw your legs up, that would be a kind of instant shock. So that would not be a good for your maybe head, for your cervical, and because these joints are very vulnerable, you have to take care of your efforts. So you are just walking forward, just try to walk forward towards your elbows as much as you can. You will feel some engagement around your core muscles. You need to just engage them more. Automatically some engagement will come, and you need to just bring more engagement by just putting your focus there. So from there on, just keep walking forward, keeping your core engaged, hips higher. So until and unless your hips don't come over your shoulders, it's very hard to lift your legs up. So it is not like that your hips will eventually come over the top of your shoulders. Like it will be slightly forward. From there on, the engagement of the core, the power of your core will automatically lift the legs up. But if it is not close to that, if it is not almost over the shoulders, then it would be very hard to lift your legs up with your core power. So firstly, the first goal is just try to walk forward as much as you can. So from here, walking forward as much as you can, and then one time will come, then automatically you will lift your legs up. Then you need to just lift your legs all the way up and pointing your toes up, or keeping your legs, feet in a neutral position. Now, I know there are a lot of beginners who may not be able to achieve this kind of smooth transition. For them, I suggest just adjust a block and try to walk on the block. Like try to walk without the block firstly, and then at the end try to climb with this block. Or you maybe adjust 2 blocks and try to climb this block. So when you climb the block, automatically your hip will go up. If you have tight hip flexors, then maybe you will have this struggle, but once you just adjust the block, you will feel it is better. One more common thing which you can do here, you can bend your both knees. So bending your both knees and bring your knees close to your abdomen. From there on, your hips will automatically come over the top of your shoulders, and then from there on, it is very easy to lift the legs all the way up towards the ceiling. So from here, instead of straight legs, you can bend your knees one by one, pointing your toes up. Firstly bending one knee up, then second knee, then from there on you can hold there for a moment, then one by one, legs higher, like this. So in this way you can achieve the posture. But unless you don't gain the power of your shoulders, because if your shoulders are not active, engaged in this posture, shoulders are loose, you're dropping your shoulders down, then definitely the pressure would come on your forearm, and since you don't know how to activate your forearm much, your neck has to be bearing the weight, which is not a good sign because neck is not made for that. So you can stay here in headstand for approx 20 to 25 breath, depends on how much you can just take it, 15 to 20 to 25 breath. So generally it takes this much to complete an inversion successfully. After headstand, what you can do, after holding headstand for 15 to 20 breath, just drop your legs halfway down, so your legs are parallel to the ground. So that is called Udva Dandasana, means upward staff pose. So we perform this kind of posture, Dandasana, in sitting posture. So this thing you are going to do invertedly. So how it's gonna be? Here you need a lot of shoulder power, a lot of core power, a lot of leg strength here. But if you're not comfortable, you can just perform headstand. You don't have to perform this. From here on, shifting your hips slightly forward, pointing your toes, and then drop your legs halfway down. Again, you can hold here this posture for 7 to 10 breaths. If it is too much for you, again I said, you can just be in headstand Sirsasana. After coming out of Sirsasana, just stay in child pose. Spread your knees, extend your arms, drop your head down. Or you can just make a fist 1 over 1, and you can rest your forehead down on the fist. And stay there for 5 breaths, because your blood is towards your head. And if you just directly come out of the posture and you stand up, then it may give you some kind of jerk and it may be harmful for you. So it's important to rest in child pose, Balasana, for 5 breaths. And then you can come up, you can follow the half vinyasa. So this was about headstand Sirsasana. After headstand, we perform Baddha Padmasana. So how this Baddha Padmasana is going to look like? Firstly, you should be able to perform Lotus Pose. If you're not able to perform Lotus Pose, you can go with the half Lotus, or you can go simple cross-leg position. It's okay. But if you're able to perform Lotus Pose, so keeping your both feet over your both thighs, pointing your toes out. From here on, what you can do, take your right shoulder back, roll your arm in, and grab your opposite toes. So if it is too much for you, if your shoulders are too much stiff, but you are able to perform this Lotus Pose, you can do one thing here. You can use strap. So tying strap, so one end of the strap and the second end of the strap, and try to grab it from the opposite hand. This is Baddha Padmasana. And just look at your tip of the nose. In headstand also, you will be looking at your tip of the nose. Now from here, inhale, and as you exhale, you can fold forward. If you feel okay here. If you don't feel okay, then do some changes. But if you feel okay, then you can drop your forehead down or chin down. And you can look again at your tip of the nose. Right? But if you're not able to perform this Lotus Pose, you can just simply make half Lotus, only one leg with the one leg, and simple cross leg position. And then you can cross your forearms back, and you can grab your forearms or your upper arms. And then as you inhale and exhale, bend forward. This is called Yoga Mudra, 𝐂𝐿. These two postures are performed continuously. So here you can hold again for 5 breaths. After here, you can, as you inhale, you can come all the way up and be in Lotus Pose. Like you don't have to open your legs, but if you're not able to perform that, be in Sukhasana and close your eyes, adopt Chin Mudra. Just rest of the fingers straight, tip of the finger, tip of the index finger and tip of the thumb together, and be here for 5 to 10 breaths. Just do some kind of practice of concentration, meditation. After here, you can again, if you are already in Lotus Pose, you don't have to open your legs after this also. Or if you are not able to perform this, you can just simply go with cross legs. So here, this is the last posture in Ashtanga before Savasana. This is Utpluti. So Sprung Up Pose. Here, what you are going to do, you can lean forward slightly, not too much, but very slightly, and press your palms down. You can keep your palms around your thighs, and as you inhale, engage your core, engage your pelvic floor muscles, keep your glutes active, keep your arms active as well, and lift your knees up. And you can look forward. So here you're going to hold this posture for at least 15 to 17 breaths. If you're not able to perform this, you can just lift your hips higher. Or you can also adjust these two blocks, just your sideways, and press the block down instead of palm. So it would be a bit less challenging for you. But if it is too much, again, you can just lift your hips up, or just lifting your knees up, or like having a slightly, feel of the engagement of your arm, the engagement of your core. Once you keep practicing Ashtanga, you'll feel that it is less challenging. Then after this, follow the half vinyasa, or you can also follow the full vinyasa from here, the whole sun salutation A. And then you can do some lateral bends, some maybe twisting for just a bit before Savasana. Here you can also close the session before Savasana, but I suggest you, once you feel comfortable after the Savasana, then try to close the session of Ashtanga. So you can be in Savasana. Savasana is very important posture for the relaxation of your muscles, and again getting that calmness back to your body, since Ashtanga is quite intensive. You have too much heat inside you. So for Savasana, you can just lie down on your back, keeping your feet separated, toes pointing towards opposite directions. And from here, you can just lie down on your mat. So palms are facing upwards, hands away from your upper body. And closing your eyes. So nothing is engaged here. Your fingers are slightly curling in. So it is a kind of sign that you're not engaging your fingers. So nothing is engaged here. In Savasana, you can just spend, like, if you have done very only standing posture, very short series of Ashtanga, then 5 to 7 minutes are enough. But if you have done the whole series of Ashtanga, then I suggest you 10 to 12 to 15 minutes you can stay in Savasana and you can rest your body. So that's about the remaining postures of Ashtanga. I hope you have learned so many things from this Ashtanga primary series. We didn't discuss about a little bit, drishti gaze, because I suggest you to first fix your posture. Because, let's say in triangle pose, if you are looking up, and if you have neck problem, but just because the drishti is like that, so it can just spoil your posture. It can make you uncomfort. So it can bring so much discomfort into the posture. So instead of drishti, just focus on your alignment. When your alignment is fixed or almost fixed, or you are with the modification proper, you're feeling kind of nice feeling in the posture, then you can adjust your drishti at that particular point. Otherwise, don't focus on drishti. Don't think about drishti too much. So that's about it from my side about Ashtanga primary series. I hope you have learned so many things, and again, let's close this session. Sit comfortably, join your palms together, close your eyes. Inhale. Swaste prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahimsa go brahmanebhyai shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Drop your forehead down. Give thanks to the God, give thanks to your body, to your soul, to your mind, to the positive energy. Lift your head up, release your arms down, gently open your eyes by looking down. I wish you all the best of luck that you just learn from it, you practice it, you again learn through the practice practically, and the future, the positivity remains with you, and you enjoy the practice of Ashtanga, practice of these asanas, breathing, and all the vinyasas, and you just change your life, feel the transformations. So see you next time. Until then, be safe, enjoy your life. Namaste.